What's going on, boys? We are lowering the Corvette today. We gotta take this thing out of the cover. As you can kind of see, it's snowy here in Michigan, so not gonna be able to drive it, but that doesn't mean we can't do some fun stuff to it. Also, guys, I don't know if you saw my 1,000 subscriber video, but thank you all so much. I know we've been kind of striving for this goal for a while, so I just wanted to take a second and say thank you again. You guys are amazing. All right, so I'm gonna get right into the paint here. We're gonna be lowering the Corvette today. So after my extremely extensive research that consisted of 2 YouTube videos, I kind of know what we're doing, hopefully at least. Probably not really, but here's the plan. This car has stock lowering bolts, stock bolts that they call lowering bolts that are on the leaf springs of this car. So basically you can just lower it on the stock bolts. I'm not sure if we're gonna get a whole lot of length out of that. We'll find out. I'm gonna measure the car before and after and see how much we get. But to be honest, I really don't want to lower this car any more than an inch or so. I have some speed bumps in my neighborhood and I live in the city, so like the roads aren't really the best. So I don't want to have just a slammed car to the ground. I'm sure my bumper would not like that. First order of business, I need to go to the store to buy some tools because I moved into this house and my whole tool set is still at my parents', so I don't have access to that. So let's go get some tools. So what we need to go out and get are, I need a crossbar to take off my wheels. I need jack stands and a jack. So pretty much everything that you need in order to take your wheels off. My new house doesn't really have a lot of room in the garage at all. So I kind of like, I didn't want to take my massive toolkit with like all that stuff because I just did not have the room for it. So it sucks. I only have like a small kit to do small things, but I guess now we're solving that problem. We have arrived at the Suburban Dad headquarters, Home Depot. So we got all of our stuff here. Got the jack, 2 jack stands, crossbar, got some propane so I can cook some burgers with the boys. So during these errands I've been running today, I've realized something. I talk to myself a lot. I was having a full conversation with myself in the car on the way over here. Like, guys, am I a weirdo? All right, now that we got all the tools set up, let's get this boy unwrapped. All right, so we are gonna now measure how low the car is from the bottom of the fender here to the ground, and I wanna see how much of a difference it makes. So the front is 26.5 and about 3 fingers wheel gap. Now the back is about 27.5. I'd say about 2.5 fingers in between the tire and the fender here. And also take into account that my floor is like really uneven, so I hope that doesn't cause that much of an issue. So the Corvette has a leaf spring suspension system. So in order to actually lower that car and loosen up that bolt, what we need to do is we need to push up the leaf spring so that we don't have tension on it so we can loosen the bolt. So in order to do that, what we need to do is either jack it up or sort of like set the car down on it. So I think what I'm gonna try and do is jack it up from the rear axle. We're gonna do both of the rears first, set it down with the jack as like an extra support on those leaf springs to kind of push it up so that that relieves that tension. I think that's what we're gonna try and do.
Time for a love potion, a little sweet and spice. Throw it all in a cauldron, mix it up real nice. Fire in my eyes, stir counterclockwise. I dream of you all night. Fill with devotion, follow the signs. With this love potion, you will be all mine. I'm pulling you closer to me. You're finding it harder.
All right, so we got this wheel off. It's kind of sunny in here in like a weird way, so it's kind of hard to see. But we got this wheel off. Take a look at right here. This is super cool. So this is like the brake cooling system right here. This is open. It goes through all these vents right here. This goes through here and shoots out here to cool the brakes, all that air. And then this right here, this little guy. Don't know if you can see it, but that bolt, all we need to do is loosen that counterclockwise, and then we should be good to go. Take a look at these tires, though. So this is my hand. These are 325s, so this is like 1, 2, 3, about 3 Cayleb hands, maybe even a little bit more. These things are massive.
To breathe, the magic is taking over your mind entirely. I'm the only one that you see. I got what you.
So I'm not sure you guys can see this really well, but this bolt right, wow, this bolt right here, well, if you can see, maybe I don't. So this bolt right here that is the one that we raised up all the way. So now all we got to do is do that on the other 3, and then we should be good to go.
With me. Made a love potion for you. Made a love potion for you.
No way. Well, boys, I broke my tool. This is a little little conversion thing. Now that is stuck inside my 10 mil. So, yeah, I guess we're here now. All right, boys. So, yeah, you obviously saw that I broke that wrench there. I'm gonna come back tomorrow with a better solution because that bolt is not coming off. All I really have is hand tools, so I'm gonna see if I can get my hands on some, maybe an impact or something to make my life a heck of a lot easier. So, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty, boys, it's a new day. We're back. We got a few new tools here, bigger ratchets. I have a torque wrench here that I'm going to use as a breaker bar. We exchanged some of these sockets. Craftsman has a lifetime warranty, so that's super cool. If you break anything, you can just exchange it, no questions asked. So let's finish up this project.
This is the moment, no turning back. One drop on your lips and the spell will take effect. Under the moonlight, stay close to my side. We're burning so bright. Oh, 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 oh. Feel the emotion, follow the signs. With this emotion, you will be all mine. I'm pulling you closer to me. You're finding it harder to breathe. The magic is taking over your mind entirely. I'm the only one that you see.
While we're here, we're going to take a second and install these new shocks here for the hood because my hood will not stay up on its own. Just got to replace these bad boys.
I got what you want, what you need. Before you know what you are falling deep.
All right, so we are all done with the lowering and hood's working good. It's a great day. It's a great day. Let's take a look at what's going on here. So it doesn't look a whole lot lower. It looks maybe a little bit lower. When we measured, it was, I believe, 26.5 inches in the front and 27.5 in the back. So I remeasured and we're kind of basically back where we started. At first I thought that we actually raised the car, but I double checked, looked at all the forums, and I raised it up and down a little bit, played with it, and we definitely did do everything correctly. But there's 2 things I want to talk about here. One, I think the car still needs a little bit of time to settle. It's basically at where we started. If you look, I know we did a comparison before. This is about 2 fingers, and then the back is about 3 fingers still. So pretty much the same here. I'm confident that after it settles a little bit, it's gonna go down a little bit more. I'd say the car is going to take maybe a day, 2 days to like fully settle and be back in place. The second thing is that these are lowered by just 1 bolt. And I found it really weird that when I was under there, the bolts were not like evenly lowered. For example, some of them were like this back right one here. All I had to do was turn it like a tiny bit and it was at the lowest it could possibly be. But at the other side, that wasn't the case. And same thing up here. One of these bolts on this side was a lot higher than the other one. So I kind of have the feeling somebody might have been in here and tried to play with the lowering a little bit before. I'm the 3rd owner of this car, so it's possible. I'm not really sure, but at the end of the day, the car is as low as it can possibly go right now while being on the stock bolts. So I'm pretty happy about that. But the next thing we really need, guys, is we need some tires. Or I'm sorry, we have tires. We need some nice wheels. These tires are actually super nice. I love these Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. Amazing, great tire. But yeah, stock wheels, they gotta go, guys. But on that note, I'm freezing and we're going inside. So before I end this video, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about like the direction of this channel and kind of where this channel is going. I've been thinking a lot about this channel and the direction I want to take this with all the car content that I've been filming. So obviously this channel is about cars and about the car world, but I wanted to get a little bit more specific than that. And I've kind of narrowed it down to exactly what I want. And I think this is a good thing to tell this to both you guys, the viewers, and to kind of say it for myself, for my own goals for this channel. So I've always loved the car world and the individual cars themselves, But what I think I want to focus on is not just the cars. Yes, I want to show different cars to this channel, driving different cars, all these different individual cars themselves. However, I do want to focus on the whole experience around cars. I don't want to just focus on only the cars itself, but maybe the atmosphere of the meet, you know, the things going on, the people that we get to meet. I think a lot of that stuff is really cool too, and I want to show that to the camera. One of the things I do want to do is travel more to these different car places. For example, right now, this is the first time I've said this, but I'm working on planning a trip to Texas 2K, which is like a huge car show / drag racing event in Texas. So I want to go to all these different events and, you know, experience all these different things in the car world, and I want to show the behind the scenes of that as well, not just the actual races or the actual events in the cars there, but the whole experience of going to these places. I've experienced a lot of crazy cool things in the car community, and I want to share all of those with you guys. In addition, I want to be able to acquire my own cars and build cars on this channel, and I want to show like the process of building cool cars and things that we both enjoy. I'm pretty confident in saying that I'm sure most of us enjoy building a car, and it's a great and cool thing that I'd love to share that experience with you guys. But I don't want to stick it to just one specific car or car category. I want to be able to experience different cars and different things on the channel. I've kind of focused on more so American cars just because it's been easier to do that living in the Motor City. We have a lot of different American cars here, so that is kind of has been my focus in the past. However, I do want to expand to different cars. There's so many cool cars out there that I just haven't really gotten to experience, and I want to experience the whole car world, not just stick it to one thing or another. So that's kind of my 2 cents on where I want to take this channel. Let me know what you guys think and if this is something that you would like to see, because I'd sure love to have you along the way. Hope you all enjoyed this video though. That's going to be all for this one. Make sure to smash like if you liked this video. Hit subscribe if you want to stick around. That's going to end off today's vlog, and I'll see you in the next one.